fire giant of Mount Ember. I can taste your fear. Though one of my comrades has fallen and my battle-torn body appear defeated, I shall make a final stand. For I am Ravenhawk, the paladin, the knight, the defender of all which is good. So, giant, I kneel before you, not in defeat, but in victory. For you shall feel the cold, raw sting of my magic blade, which was my father's and his father's before that, blessed by the deity Addis, god of war. Witness my +9 blade, giant, as it pierces your leathery shell for the final time. Prepare to die!
Jesus, Ryan, would you just roll already?
But I was just getting to the best part.
The writer of GEEKQUEST 4.0. It's a story about acceptance. It's a story about four guys basically getting involved in the world of D&D, which they always have, and then adding a girl to the mix. It's a bit of a love. Thanks. Where's that voice coming from? It's a lot about social class, about acceptance, and about just being who you are and being real, and It's a good, whenever you can throw a girl in with a bunch of geeks, it's always funny. So, but we take it a little bit further than that and get a bit more into the backstories of these characters rather than just, and we didn't treat it as like an over the top sort of situation where the ridiculous over the top geeks. We kind of made them real, and I think a lot of people that I've talked to have really related to at least somebody in this story.
It was actually Matt Loop who wrote it, and he had approached me and my husband and said, "I'm writing this play, and I'd like you guys to get involved." And so we did, and it was a really great experience. We really bonded as a cast. It was amazing.
I don't know any women.
Well, you gotta get out there and start meeting some.
Well, I find it odd that I don't, because I do have a full social calendar. Like, tonight, obviously, is D&D. Sunday is Star Wars. Monday, D&D. Tuesday and Wednesday, Warhammer. Thursday, D&D. And then Friday night, I'm at the club.
Okay, the club. We're getting somewhere.
Yes, it's called Role Playing Extreme. In it, we discuss the latest player modules and new rules, and we even trade dice. Actually, it's so funny. Last week, I was able to trade 3 8-sided marble dice for a simulated 30-sided crystal one.
Okay. Okay. So I can assume that there's no women at these events?
No. Women generally tend to be repelled by the fantasy world. I mean, there are women who do play, but generally they tend to be the girlfriend of another player. Or, let me put it this way, I once played with a guy for over a year before I realized that it was actually female.
Ooh.
Incredibly flattered that Matt and the guys at Channel Surfing would want me to be in one of their productions. That was, to me, a very huge deal. I got to play a great role, and I got to work with my wife on stage and some really cool guys. So it was a lot of fun.
You have absolutely no idea who I am, do you? We went to school together.
We did? Well, wow. Are you sure? I mean,
We were in the same grade. There. I just eliminated 4/5 of its population.
I guess you did. Oh, gosh, I feel awful.
Don't. Guess I wasn't worth remembering.
Oh, no, Duncan, I'm sure you were. Man, I gotta know you. Well, what sports teams were you on?
None.
Music programs?
None.
What about student council?
Don't make me gag.
Who did you take to the prom? Okay, what teachers did you have?
What ones did you have?
Oh gosh, let's see. Mr. Johnson and Miss Leonard and Mr. Stiller.
You can stop right there. We were in all the same classes.
What? Well then why don't I know you?
Because we never had a single conversation in all of high school.
I guess why I really liked playing this is like it was a great comedic part. It was great to work with all these guys, like they're seasoned vets. They were amazing in it. We all fed off of each other. It was great energy. It was just an all-around good experience.
Not that I am a geek, but I could be. I've been maybe called that several times. I grew up with a lot of things I'm talking about, but no matter who you are, and if you are a geek, there's always in the back of your head that social acceptance, that acceptance from other people. And no matter how you break things down, there's always a class system of some sort, even a social class system. And it starts in public school, then high school obviously is the big time. But even when you start getting a little bit older, it's still sort of, you know, what people think is acceptable. I find my definition of a geek is someone that does something that's probably deemed by most people too young for them, like collecting comics, collecting action figures, playing D&D, that kind of thing. And usually they're pretty obsessive about those kind of situations.
I mean, I love this stuff. This is what I grew up on. I was a geek. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I collected comic books. I watched pro wrestling. Everything that Matt wrote about spoke directly to me, and him and I connected a lot on the subject matter.
There are millions of us. We now control the world. As the Bible says, the geek shall inherit the earth. And you know why? Because we are real and we are interesting. We are just ourselves. We don't try to pretend. But go on. Go shop at the Gap. Stop getting your hair cut at First Choice Haircutters. Spend your time making small talk with people who don't give two shits about you. Go on. Be a number. I don't need you anymore. We don't need you anymore.
As Harry's character says in the play, geeks are taking over the world, and you can see that just in, like, you know, movies like Iron Man making billions of dollars and that. And these are, a lot of these people are people that are you know, comic book sort of aficionados, going like 3 or 4 or 5 times, like multiple times, to see this movie. And the movies that are doing the best right now are all the superhero movies, and that industry is like gigantic. We went to the sci-fi horror show, yeah, I'll admit it, and it was like there's like 10,000 people over 3 days in Toronto to this thing. So it's obviously, it's a bit of a phenomenon. I think it's now acceptable and kind of cool to be a geek, which is different than a nerd. That's not, compare the geeks and nerds are two different things. And but people accept it, so it's kind of fun to see. But there's different levels of it. There can be really socially unacceptable geeks, and then there's geeks that are cool like me.
I'm frightened.
It's just a little something. It's soap on a rope.
What for?
It's for soaping up.
All right, so why soap on a rope?
I guess so it doesn't fall in the tub when you're soaping up.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm from London, Ontario, and I was just in a production of Trashcan Duet, which was here at the Arts Project, and it was a really great role. It was a 2-show double bill with Channel Surfing that did Geek 4.0, and we were the second show. It was written by a London playwright, Jason MacDonald, who's fantastic. It was a 2-person show. Jason and I did it, and it was an offbeat love story about a angry beat poet named Stella, who I played, and kind of a down on his luck guy from the wrong side of the tracks, Billy, who Jason played, and it was just about us kind of falling in love and doing our thing. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really great to be on stage. Jason's a fantastic writer. Travis Bailey directed it, who was amazing as well. And it was a really great experience. I had such a great time.
What you writing? What are you writing? Are you ready?
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What do you want?
What you writing?
It's none of your business.
Free coffee shop. It's none of your business.
What did you just say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
I didn't say nothing.
Did you just say it's none of my business?
Huh?
Did you just say it's none of my business?
What?
What I'm doing.
What you're doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, you won't tell me what you're doing.
Did you also say I'm man enough for you?
Yeah, I did say that, but I didn't mean to. I forgot to not say it.
She was a little deep. Stella had some problems. She sat down with the script and read over it, and Jason and I talked about it, and Travis and Jason and I all sat down and kind of talked about what each character kind of went through, what the backstory was, and she was a little angry. She was hurt. During her life, and her father wasn't very nice. She has a very kind of weird relationship with her father, and she's really lonely, and that loneliness turned to anger, and she kind of uses her poetry she uses that anger she uses the poetry to kind of vent out her anger, and Jason's character Billy just for some reason takes a shining to her and kind of breaks her down and sees that she's lonely and wants to be her friend, and he just keeps on trying at her until she kind of realizes that, hey, this guy's really nice and actually cares about her, so I should give him a shot. So it was really fun to do, and it was so great to be on stage with Jason. He's a great writer and a fantastic actor, and it was just tons and tons of fun.
Hey, did I tell you I had a dream about you this one time?
Really?
Oh, it was really weird.
Yeah, everything's weird.
Yeah, I dreamed that we were kids, right? And we were walking through this dark forest, and it was really creepy because we were kids, right? But we were safe as long as we stayed together. And I guess I had 3 arms because I was holding your hand, plus I was carrying a shovel and a Bible. So we're walking through the forest, right? And we come across this shack in the woods, and I thought it was our house, but you said it wasn't, so I got really scared because there was something moving around in the woods, right? And it turned out it was this giant wolf. Spam! It came out, and it bit all 3 of my arms off, And then you took the shovel, and you wanged his head off, wang, and all the neck guts came out. And we tried to get my arms back, but they were already digested, so I had to go without arms. Even though I wanted to hug you for killing the wolf. So it's kind of a sad dream, actually.
Weird.
I told you it was weird.
A lot of people have been telling me that I'm a huge bitch, so that's good because that was kind of the point. So that's, I guess I've succeeded there. But I think they liked both characters. We got a really good reaction. Everyone was laughing and having a good time and enjoying the show, so that's all, you can ask for, so it's great.
Would anybody be interested in your angry rants if they knew that you were a high school cheerleader? President of the Needlework Club.
Where did you get that?
eBay.
Give it to me.
Be realistic.
Give it to me or I'll kill you.
You have to kill me first.
Give it to me.
I will give it to you on one condition.
And what's that?
You have to let me take you out on a date. Just one date, a real date. That's all I ask. Just one date.
Get serious, Billy.
I am serious. I am deadly serious. This is my serious face. It's the only way you're going to get this book.
And if I refuse?
Well, if you refuse, then this high school yearbook has a date with a photocopy machine.
So, it's blackmail, is it?
Check. Mate.
How do I know you've made copies already?
You have my word as a gentleman that I've been no such thing.
If you were truly a gentleman, hillbilly, you would give me the book right now.
I will give you the book. Will you let me take you out?
And you give it to me right now.
You gonna hold up your end of the deal?
You have my word as a gentleman. Idiot! You just surrendered your only advantage.
God damn it! You are like the hardest girl ever.
Hillbilly! Hillbilly! Friday, 9 o'clock, meet me at Sapiro's, going through the back door, and I don't want to see your face until then.
I'm already out the door.
You might not regret it.